Well, Deb Murphy filed this story for Sierra Wave Media, noting the coolest thing about budget season in Inyo County is waiting to see what 70s rock lyric Inyo County Administrator Officer Kevin Caruncio comes up with for the intro and general theme of the massive document. Now, this year, it was the Grateful Dead lyricist Robert Hunter's easy win, quoting, "I've been chipping them rocks from dawn till doom. If I live 5 years, I'm gonna bust my back. Yes, I will." The budget translation, we made it through this year, but it's not going to get any easier. Now the budget for Inyo County is balanced thanks to general fund savings. That's the difference between estimated expenses and income, which usually comes out on the plus side. Funds have been put aside for the purchase of the landfill sites. Now, Inyo County will be able to absorb this year's CalPERS unfunded liabilities payment of $1.2 million. The oversimplified explanation on the budget: the state's retirement fund imploded along with the stock market and housing bust in 2008, so now entities that have paid into the fund have to make up for the investment losses. Money has also been set aside toward an upgrade of Inyo County's antiquated voting system, and 5 new positions have been added. Now, those 5 new positions basically are positions that disappeared during the 2014-2015 fiscal year with the voluntary separation incentive plan, leaving holes in their respective departments. Included are a trainee/tech in the environmental health department, a librarian to help eliminate spot closures of area libraries, an auditor-assessor position, also a public guardian, and additional staff for the Inyo County Clerk Recorder's Office. Now, on the revenue side, Inyo County anticipates an increase of $447,398 from various sources, but that's offset by an $800,000 loss in transient occupancy taxes. This due to the continued closure at Furnace Creek in Death Valley under repairs from last year's mud disaster. Which brings us to the bad news. The general funding savings used to maintain a balanced budget is finite, probably related in the "in 5 years, I'm gonna bust my back" lyric. The unfunded liability payments will go on for years, fluctuating with the current stock market, so hope the Dow doesn't drown before it's paid off. Current health care and entitlement climate in Washington could pull the rug out from under the Health and Human Services Department. That press releases, or that story by Deb Murphy, is on our website, sierrawave.net. Now, in a joint press release, the Inyo County Board of Supervisors and Inyo County Employees Association, Local 315 of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, pleased to announce the ratification of a new labor contract affecting county employees represented by the union. Contract is the culmination, the press release notes, of numerous bargaining sessions conducted over a 16-month period by the Inyo County Employees Association and representatives from county. Represented employees will see a 4% across-the-board compensation increase over a 3-year period, consistent with packages already in place for other bargaining units within Inyo County. Now, with the exception of modifying the sick leave buyback program eliminated in most of the county's other labor contracts, the new agreement preserves employee benefits currently in place and addresses several non-monetary issues important to members of the union. The agreement adds 3 months of retroactive pay, that going to the end of the last contract, and the first cost of living adjustment, and accelerates the implementation of wage increases by 6 months in the second year of the contract and by 6 months in the third year of the contract. Said Inyo County Board Chairman Mark Tillemans, "I am happy that we were finally able to come to an agreement." Supervisors said it has been our desire all along to continue to provide our employees with a competitive compensation package which allows us to retain our dedicated workforce. They deserve it. Our employees do a great job of providing a wide range of services to the public, end quote. Now, Janelle Kent, Local 315 president, said that while employees would have liked to have seen a more substantial compensation increase, members believed coming to an agreement without further delay was, at this point, in our best interest. That new agreement takes place immediately and runs through the calendar year 2019. Well, Manzanar National Historic Site will hold a public reception for its newest exhibit. This will be showcasing 100 years of the Button family's history at Manzanar. Button family, members of the Lone Pine Paiute Shoshone tribe. The reception is set for this Friday, September 15th, 10 a.m. inside the Visitor Center. Now, the Button family has a long history with Manzanar, dating back to the farming era. The family matriarch, Irene Button, lived with her family on Moffett Ranch, about 4 miles south of Manzanar. Irene's uncle and great uncle, Louis and John Shepard, were employed by John Shepard on his ranch and were some of the first Paiute to take on their employer's surname. The Eastern California Museum partnered with Manzanar National Historic Site to provide historic photographs for the exhibit. Irene and her family donated several photographs, artifacts, and documents to the site, most of which are on display in the exhibit. She and her family will be present at the reception this Friday. The Manzanar History Association will provide coffee and muffins to those attending the event. That full press release also on sierrawave.net. We'll be back with a weather report.